What's a problem solver? Thanks so much for that, dude. We're working on some stuff for sync. With the brass. Do one more section of this. And we're at 138. Cool. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. My name is Michael. We're working on some tracks for some sync licensing opportunities. Basically what that means is we're trying to get our music placed in a TV show or film, and we're actually working with CBS Sports for this project. So trying to get some cuts with them. Cut is basically meaning that they're going to use a track in a, ad, background, something, So that's really our goal for this, trying to get as many as we can. Okay, we want a brass something. Brass ensemble is good. Horns is good enough for me. Let's drag it in. Stab right there. Where's the brass? Yep. That one. That one too. Are you gluing your groups together with compression? Nope. No need for that. I mean, we can. I use it for organization though. For stuff like this, I don't really spend too much time on the mixing and making it sound crazy, because it's underscore. Underscore basically means it's music that's going to be under something else. So because of that, you don't really need to go too crazy with the mixing and making sure that everything is insanely loud and poppin'. It just sounds, it just make me overkill, because they're going to be quiet in the mix anyways. So. Add a chant there or something, like a screech. Chant. Or a shout is what we want. Hey, hey. G sharp to F is what? 1, 2, 3. So 3 down. Let's do that. This, delete that, delete this. thing here. Keyscape. Get like a cool clavinet or something. Way too damn low. Shit. Too much echo. If you guys are here, spam your thumbs a little bit. Spam those thumbs. Let's try to get more likes in here. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. We want a different bell sound, I think. Thank you so much for problem solving. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for hanging out. Got a drop at the end. We're good to go. Yeah, so this one's basically done. I'm gonna go mix it real quick, and then we should be chilling. String, 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 bell. Shit. Let's just rename this bell group. Brass, brass. These are both brass. Move these down. How do you placements? You send them to licensing opportunities, and you basically pray that you get the cut. Yeah, it's a lot of just like pitching out to different companies, having them do the pitching for you, and just kind of waiting to hear back. Yeah. I found out, crazy enough, from like a YouTube comment. Someone was like, "Oh, like congrats on this placement." And I was like, "What? Like, what are you talking about? What placement?" And we found out that we got a cut with a new PlayStation ad that came out 2 days ago. So we found out through that, which is crazy because we had no idea. We had no damn clue. So with Sync, that's generally how it works. Like you pitch it to a library, they try to do everything they can to get that cut, and then after that, it's like it's kind of, you don't really know. So that song we actually finished a couple years ago. So it's kind of wild to see it get placed in kind of like a bigger medium. That same song has been pitched and picked in different shows as well, but more like reality TV, like stuff kind of like this, where just kind of random, filling in different scenes and stuff like that. So kind of cool. Did not expect that to happen, to be honest, but yeah. But we're actually currently looking, if you guys are singer-songwriters, a producer is mainly what we're looking for now, but we're looking for people to send in some track ideas for a new EP I'm doing with this library called Flick Tracks. We're looking for original like sports heavy songs. So anything that's like pretty close to like what you would hear on CBS Sports, ESPN. But like hip hop is really what we're pushing for. We did an album before and the reception has been good so far. There's been a good amount of downloads and a good amount of supposed usage, which is great. That means that people are actually picking the songs and using them in some sort of medium, which is awesome because that means they get paid and we get paid. But we're actually looking to start another volume of that. So if that sounds cool to you and you're like, hey, I want to do sync, but I don't really know what to do, feel free to click on my profile and then check like one of the most recent videos that was posted. We are looking for submissions until the end of January. So if you have any ideas, we're looking for roughly complete ideas. They don't need to be insanely done. Like, and we're not looking for vocals too. That's what you need to keep in mind. So just watch those videos, get an idea of kind of what we're looking for and what we want. And if you want to send something, go for it. And then after like a couple weeks, I'm going to go through the ideas, pick which ones I actually want to work on, and then send you the further details for that. What's up, Sebastian? Nice. Good to hear. Yeah, it's like, you know how it is too. Like, it's all bread and butter. Like, just trying to get that workload in, trying to get the cues sent in as often as possible because you never know. You never know what's going to get picked. So, why not? No problem, Ace. Glad to help. But yeah, it's all in the somewhere on my profile you can check out for more details if you are curious. But with that stuff too, there's no upfront fee. It's all going to be back end. So there's no like huge, like people might think like, oh, I'm going to get a huge payment for like a CBS sports track. Like that doesn't, it's not a thing. It's going to be pretty small because it's just TV_background stuff. But if it sounds cool to you, then go for it. Instantly set to high key. I have it saved. So if I have like, I basically have this template called, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's called basic mix template. And it's just a pro cue that is blank. You can actually also save. Pro tip is if you go to the default setting, that's going to be the one that loads every single time. You can save your own default. So like if I wanted to save, let's just say, I don't have this on the vocal, but let's say for example, like I wanted to make a default, I can just resave the template and it'll always have a high cut. And I would argue that will save thousands of seconds over your lifespan of producing just because of how much you'll actually need to use it. So yeah. Because most instruments don't need low end. It's going to be mainly cutting that actually. So yeah, templates are great. Save you a shit ton of time, especially with stuff that like you don't really need to be really taking too precious. Cool. How do you feel with those AI music making apps like Splice? Splice is not AI music making. It's samples, and they have like a built-in thing that'll like find you a sample will work in your track, and that's like not exactly AI. I would argue that's more of like a context-based thing. Yeah. What about it? I don't know. I think any way to speed up your workflow, I think is really important. Especially if it's like not impeding you from making or doing what you actually want to do in the track. It's different if you're just, spamming through presets, trying to find something, and then you just kind of click a button and it generates chords and a melody for you. Like, that's just dumb. Like, what's the point of even doing it, at that point? Right. What was my GPA? Jesus Christ. From what, high school? College? college? Damn, why do you want to know, Cash? What do you gain from knowing that? Just kidding. I think I had a 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 was my cumulative, I think, for college. I think, yeah. But I would argue that college was a lot easier than high school. Yeah. Thoughts on burnout? It happens. If that does happen, then I do recommend still doing something creative, but maybe just not music, right? Yeah. Burnout is definitely a thing though. And like it happens though when you try to do too much at a certain time. It's like pace yourself, you know? There's no absolute necessity to have to make fucking a big crazy track every day. Like nope, not a thing. It's not a thing. It's not sustainable, you know? It's not something you're gonna be. You don't want to make it where you're like regretting or having to be like, oh fuck, I need to open Ableton today to make like my beat for the day. It's like, if you're really not feeling it, go watch a movie. Do something else that'll get you inspired for the next day. I made some really banging tracks with that. I just don't know. Release music is really what I recommend. Release it. Try to build a fan base organically. You know, start posting some content somewhere. Once you're comfortable with that, then it's like, all right, like how can I then monetize it further? That's going to be through sync licensing. It's going to be through owning your fan base. So like if you launch like a Patreon, you do merch. But like it's easier to make something happen when you have stuff already out. Like you shouldn't be trying to overthink the process. Like put shit out, you know, it's harder for people to want to work or to even just understand like what you're doing as an artist if there's no credibility, and the credibility is built through stuff that's out and released. I need to definitely fix these subs. Oh, the sub isn't even, it's not even sidechained. I'll just use Trackspacer instead. I think it sounds better. You shouldn't be thinking money is the first thing. It's not the first thing. I don't think he's thinking. I think he's really like, hey, I want to, you know, anyone that wants to make it a career, right? You kind of have to consider how you're going to make money from it, because that's just the basic fundamental part of surviving. I would more push that into marketing though. Like how can you market your tracks to be, you know, profitable? How can you figure out ways to generate money from, you know, something, right? There's creative ways to do it. I think there's a lot more options nowadays anyways. Thank you so much for the follows, K-Soul. Appreciate you, man. Got a riser here. Good enough. This one's fine. Yeah. Because, you know, there's obviously everyone is going to complain about how often or how much Spotify pays, right? And it's like, I don't think Spotify is, you know, it's an income source, right? But for a lot of people, it's a way to market their music. It's not something that they're really relying on money-wise. And that's like kind of how you have to position your brain a little bit of like, not everything is going to be generating money. Sometimes it's for lead generation. Sometimes it's for getting fans. No problem, problem solver. Glad to help. What is this? Okay, so we're pretty loud. This needs to actually be at the end of the chain. It's like a fade out. And then the bass needs to be fixed. I think it's a little too resonant-y. Just compress it a little bit. Same with this one. Kill the sub, really. And then the kick. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? We just got blocked on TikTok, so we're we're gonna look at the YouTube chat now. Yay! I love it when they ban the live stream for no apparent reason. It's always fun. This needs to be fixed. Soup 2. If it'll load. Hello? Okay. Base fixed mud. Cool. It's good, I think, for now. Cool. Good enough for me. All right, let's just export it. I'm actually going to run to the gym real quick, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to figure out what the fuck is wrong with my stream, because for some reason it keeps dropping everything. Like for some... I'm going to move this actually on this different thing. It'll keep like dropping my connection. I don't know why. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So hopefully I can figure out what is happening with my TikTok and my Restream plugin to cause that to be the case. But